What is vaginal discharge? Is it normal? What are the different types of vaginal discharge and what do they mean? What can we do about it? For this video, I have not just gone through Ayurvedic scriptures, but have discussed this at length with prominent gynecologists and Ayurvedic practitioners so that the most authentic information reaches you. So without any further delay, let's get started. Hello friends, welcome to FitTuber. Vaginal discharge is a clear or whitish fluid that comes out of the vagina. Often it leads to spotting of women's undergarments, making them wet and discomforting. More than 75% of women in India experience vaginal discharge or leukorrhea. But is it normal? Modern science considers that as long as the vaginal discharge is transparent without any foul smell, it is normal. Ayurveda, on the contrary, is firm that the appearance of vaginal discharge is normal only if it occurs 1 or 2 days prior to the onset of menstruation or at the time of ovulation. A discharge occurring at any other time is absolutely not normal. In fact, it requires attention. This is because in such cases, a woman loses vital fluid from the body, which if ignored can lead to body weakness. Though modern doctors might shun this off as a myth, Ayurveda is firm that issues like back pain, headache, and other joint problems are bound to crop up. Hair starts falling, skin loses luster, irritability increases, immune system gets compromised, and in many cases it weakens the uterus, leading to difficulty in conceiving. But what causes vaginal discharge at the first place? Not maintaining a proper hygiene down there is one of the major causes of vaginal discharge. Douching, use of tampons, and other such practices can compromise your vaginal hygiene. Certain medications like the use of birth control pills contain synthetic hormones which are now proven to instigate vaginal discharge. Then the problem of constipation or not being able to clear your bowels properly increases heat in the body which triggers vaginal discharge. But what if the color is completely different to what your usual vaginal discharge is? So let's talk about the different types of vaginal discharges and what do they really mean. First is creamy, white, cottage cheese type discharge. If you have a thick, clumpy, white vaginal discharge which might look like curd or even cottage cheese, this is most likely due to yeast infection down there. This generally happens when you are eating way too many sugary foods like chocolates or pastries. It often happens to women who are on birth control pills and antibiotics. Next color that needs your attention is grey. This one is a distinct sign of bacterial vaginosis, which is nothing but an imbalance of good and bad bacteria in the vagina. Douching, use of perfumed soaps, creams, and other products change the pH of the vagina, causing an overgrowth of certain type of bacteria, which then gives this grey discharge. Another characteristic feature of this discharge is that it has a fishy smell. Including probiotic foods is a must in this condition. Next is brown. Generally, this type of discharge is a clear sign of irregular periods. The discharge often accompanies the residual blood from the previous cycle. It may or may not have a strong smell. Yellow or green. If your vaginal discharge is yellow or greenish, it is a sign of sexually transmitted infection. This could be due to unprotected sex. Some other symptoms include burning sensation while passing urine, bleeding in between the periods, soreness, and itching around the vagina. The smell of this type of vaginal discharge is foul. Red or pink. If your vaginal discharge is pink or tinged with red, it could be due to mixing of blood in it. This generally happens just before your period starts, or in certain cases it could also indicate pregnancy, miscarriage, or even pre-cancerous condition. Finally, let's talk about clear looking discharge. This can be thin, watery, or stretchy, even like an egg white consistency, depending on where you are on your menstrual cycle. If it has no odor and no associated symptoms, it is considered normal by modern science. Ayurveda, on the contrary, holds that this vital fluid causes loss of nutrients that would otherwise strengthen the bones, bone marrow, and Shukra Dhatu. You will be amazed to know that Ayurveda has comprehensively talked about vaginal discharge and is referred to as Shwet Padar in the scriptures. Ayurveda is firm that a woman's health is sure to go downhill if vaginal discharge is regular or excessive. But don't worry, there are some easy and effective remedies suggested to stop this problem at once. From the scriptures, I have selected 3 ways which are easy, practical, and effective. First is rice water. Rice, which is washed with water, is a simple looking yet an extremely effective remedy to reduce vaginal discharge. All you need to do is take 10 grams of rice. You can use broken rice, red rice, or even white rice. Prefer unpolished rice. Mix it with around 80 ml of water. It's better to use mud pot, but if you do not have it, glass or steel will also work. Cover it and let it sit for about 3 hours. Then macerate the rice well for a few seconds and then filter them out. The water left is called rice washed water or tandulodaka, which not only is rich in antioxidants but is also an excellent coolant for the body that taps the root cause of vaginal discharge, which is excessive heat in the body. No wonder Ayurvedic practitioners swear by its effectiveness. Once made, rice water can be stored for 6 to 8 hours. You can make a bottle full of it and keep it sipping throughout the day. Just make sure that you keep the ratio of rice and water 1:8. Drink rice washed water for 1 month and you will be amazed to see how quickly it reduces all the abnormalities related to vaginal discharge. Second is shisham leaves. The leaves of rosewood, commonly known as shisham, is not only an effective remedy for excessive vaginal discharge, but in fact has been mentioned as a panacea for all disorders related to the vaginal tract. Shisham is a common tree in India, although its dried leaves powder is also easily available online. Use 8 to 10 fresh shisham leaves or simply mix 1 teaspoon of it in water. Drink this 30 minutes before breakfast. It's so effective in treating leukorrhea that Ayurvedic practitioners call it Ramban Aushadhi. Third is Patranga Sav. Made using selected herbs like Patrang, Vasa, Khadira, Dhatki, Bala, Daru Haridra, and Loh Bhasam. It is one Ayurvedic tonic for women which is especially formulated to bring hormones in balance and treat problems like leukorrhea and other urinary tract infections. Mentioned in Ayurveda's famous text called Bhaishajya Ratnavali, it is a careful combination of almost 20 herbs, each serving a specific purpose to bring an ideal balance within a woman's body. It gives strength, helps ignite digestive fire, fights anemia, and is a sure shot remedy for white discharge. For best results, take 20 ml of it with equal amounts of water once a day post breakfast or post lunch. It is so safe that it can be consumed as a general tonic by any woman throughout the year. You can pick any one and it is more than effective to resolve this problem from its very root, although you may combine them as well. According to Ayurveda, avoiding certain foods is also critical. Red chilies, refined sugar, deep fried and aerated drinks are your worst enemies if you want to reduce vaginal discharge and bring hormones in place. To sum up, while modern science shuns problems associated with excessive vaginal discharge as a myth, Ayurveda is firm that vaginal discharge should be prevented as it makes a woman's body weak, deficient in vital nutrients, and can even pose risk of infertility. Unhygienic private parts, the use of birth control pills, tight clothing, constipation, and eating excessively spicy and oily foods are the main causes behind this problem. A simple way to maintain vaginal hygiene is to mix half a teaspoon of fitkari powder in mug full of water and wash the vagina regularly using this water. Then rice water, shisham leaves and patranga sav are 3 natural Ayurvedic solutions that have the power to reduce the vaginal discharge in a month's time and bring hormones in check. Prevent excessive vaginal discharge and you will see your skin luster coming back. Complement it with Mamaearth's Moisturizing Bathing Bar for babies. Turn it and you will find that it is free from sulfates, parabens, artificial colors and fragrances. With the goodness of oatmeal, goat milk, shea butter, coconut and lavender oil, it is a fine choice in the Indian market. Even though it's a baby bar, it can be used by men and women of all skin types. Yes, it's way better than those so-called mild baby soaps. To buy Mamaearth's Moisturizing Bathing Bar for babies, click on the link down in the description box. Do not forget to apply the special discount coupon to get 21% off on your order. There are 8 mistakes that every woman should avoid during periods. To know them, check out this video. My name is Vivek. I thank you so much for watching.